Have you ever felt excited telling others about your big plans, only to lose all motivation just a few hours later? You think you're making progress, but in reality, you're just releasing your energy outward. The more you talk, the less you do. And the dangerous part is you don't even realize it. In a world where everyone shares everything, staying silent has become a rare advantage. You don't need recognition, you need results. The uncomfortable truth is this: every time you talk about your goals, you're weakening yourself. You trade focus for a few seconds of attention, and then you get stuck in a loop. Talk, feel satisfied, then quit. If you've ever found yourself in this state, take a few minutes to watch this all the way through. And don't forget to like or follow so you don't miss the lessons that help you regain control. Because right after this are principles that can completely change the way you take action. Principle 1. Your life is not for others to consume. Every time you rush to share your plans, goals, or new progress, you're unknowingly turning your life into a performance waiting for others to react. The problem is that feeling of validation is very short-lived, but the cost is high. You lose focus, your drive weakens, and you begin living through others' eyes instead of your own goals. Pay attention to this. How many times have you talked a lot about going to the gym, learning a new language, or starting a new project, only to slow down afterward? That's because you've already spent part of your motivation through words. Truly strong people don't need constant updates. They work quietly and let the results speak in the end. Starting today, do one simple thing: don't tell anyone about your new plans for the first 7 days. Instead, use that time to take action immediately, even if it's just a small step. That silence will help you preserve your energy long enough to turn intention into results. Principle 2. Words weaken your ability to act. When you talk about your goals, your brain tends to trick you into feeling like you've already made progress. That sense of recognition gives you temporary satisfaction, but it also reduces your real motivation to take action. You no longer feel the urgency to act because you've already been rewarded too early. For example, when you tell others that you're going to start a business or lose weight, their compliments or attention make you feel like you've already accomplished something. But a few days later, you procrastinate and eventually give up. The solution is simple but not easy. Turn your words into action before you share them. Instead of saying "I will," let others see that you are already doing it. Starting today, whenever you feel the urge to talk about a plan, pause and ask yourself, what have I actually done for it? If the answer is nothing yet, stay silent and take the first step immediately. Principle 3. Attention is an asset. Don't spend it carelessly. Every conversation you engage in, every time you share something personal, you're spending a portion of your energy and focus. The problem is not everyone deserves that. You might spend hours talking, explaining, venting, only to get indifference or shallow reactions in return. Think about it. How many times have you walked away from a conversation feeling drained? That's when you've invested in the wrong place. Fast-growing people aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who know where to place their attention. From now on, apply a simple rule before entering any conversation. Ask yourself, will this person help me become better? If the answer is no, shorten it or avoid it altogether. Save that energy for your goals. Principle 4. Respect your boundaries. Not everyone deserves to know everything about you. Many people feel the need to explain why you've changed, why you chose this path, why you've been quiet. But the more you explain, the more you lose control of your own narrative. When you share too much, others start forming expectations and gradually define you based on what you've said. For example, when you're focusing on self-improvement but keep getting asked, "Why have you been so quiet lately?" or "What are you working on?" If you answer everything, you unintentionally open the door to judgment and pressure. Setting boundaries isn't about being cold. It's about knowing what to keep to protect your focus. Starting today, practice one small habit. When asked unnecessary questions, respond briefly and neutrally. For example, "I'm focusing on a few personal things." No need to explain further. Principle 5. Protect your motivation. Don't let others pull you off track. The strongest motivation often appears when you're working in silence, when no one knows and no one is judging. But the moment you start sharing too early, you open the door to opinions, advice, and even doubt from others. And the dangerous part is you begin thinking like them instead of thinking for yourself. For example, you have a business idea. At first you fully believe in it, but after telling a few people, they question it, give negative feedback, and you start hesitating even though you haven't actually tried yet. The truth is, motivation is very fragile in the early stages. It needs to be protected, not exposed. Treat your goal like a seed. When you first plant it, you don't dig it up every day to show others. You let it grow quietly. Starting today, choose your most important goal and commit to working on it in silence for at least 14 days. No sharing, no explaining, just taking action every day. When you sustain your motivation long enough, the results will speak for themselves. Principle 6. Don't feed the gossip cycle. Every time you overshare, you're unintentionally giving others material to talk about. And once that information is out, it no longer belongs to you. People may misunderstand it, add details, or retell it in a way that's completely different from the original truth. For example, you might simply share some difficulties at work, but after passing through a few people, the story can turn into you're failing or you're not capable. The issue isn't what others say, it's that you've given them the power to create a narrative about you. Wise people don't try to control what others say, they control how much they reveal. From now on, apply one simple rule before sharing anything. Ask yourself, if this gets retold incorrectly, would I be okay with it? If the answer is no, keep it to yourself. Principle 7. People often prefer you to stay the same. When you start changing, becoming more disciplined, more focused, different, not everyone will support it. Many people are used to your old version because it's predictable and easier to manage. When you change, they may question you, doubt you, or even try to pull you back. For example, when you stop going out aimlessly to focus on your work, they might say you've become distant or different. In reality, you're just moving forward. The problem is, if you keep explaining yourself, you'll slowly get pulled back into their expectations. People who truly grow don't need to be understood right away. Starting today, try this. When someone questions or challenges your change, don't over-explain, just smile and keep doing your work. The results will speak for you later. Principle 8. Silence is not emptiness, it's a form of training. Most people feel uncomfortable with silence. They feel the need to talk, to share, to fill the space with words. But silence is exactly where you train your thinking and self-control. When you stop saying everything out loud, you're forced to face your real thoughts. No distractions, no need for validation. For example, instead of telling others about the pressure you're facing, try sitting down and writing it out, or thinking through a solution. You'll see the problem more clearly and be less influenced by temporary emotions. Silence increases clarity and inner strength. Starting today, practice a small habit. Whenever you feel the urge to share something, immediately delay it by 10 minutes. During that time, ask yourself, am I speaking to solve something or just to release? If it's not necessary, stay silent and focus on taking action. Principle 9. Not everyone deserves to hear your story. You might think sharing is a way to connect, but if you share with the wrong people, you're draining your own energy. Not everyone who listens truly cares. Some listen to judge, some to compare, and some simply to consume your story. For example, when you share a big plan with the wrong person, instead of support, you receive doubt or negative advice, and that can make you hesitate. Mentally mature people understand this sharing is a privilege, not an obligation. Starting today, apply a simple rule: only share when someone has proven they respect and support you. If you're not sure, keep it to yourself. Not because you're closed off, but because you're protecting your energy and your direction. Principle 10. Progress doesn't need an audience, it needs consistency. You don't need anyone to see your effort. What truly creates change isn't recognition. It's the small actions repeated every day. When you focus too much on showing others, you end up doing things to impress instead of doing them to genuinely improve. For example, posting about learning a new skill might make you feel good for a moment. But if you don't actually spend time practicing every day, you won't get far. The difference is this: successful people choose discipline over attention. Starting today, take one very specific action. Choose one important task and do it for 30 minutes every day. No posting, no sharing, no reporting to anyone. After 2-3 weeks, you'll see clear results. And at that point, you won't need to say anything. You don't lack ability. You don't lack opportunities. What you're losing is your energy and focus every single day, little by little, simply because you talk too much. You think you're moving forward, but you're actually scattering your efforts. You think you're connecting, but you're really leaking your power. And the most dangerous part is you've gotten so used to it that you no longer notice. The people who truly create change in their lives aren't the ones who speak the best. They're the ones who do the most in silence. They don't need to explain, prove, or be understood right away. They only need one thing: consistency long enough for results to speak for themselves. When you stop seeking validation, you begin to regain control. When you stop oversharing, you preserve your energy to build. And when you learn to stay silent at the right time, you start growing in a way that others can't interfere with. Remember this: not everyone needs to understand you. Not everyone deserves to know about you. And you don't need anyone's permission to become a better version of yourself. But all of this only matters if you actually take action. Right after this, choose one single goal and commit to working on it in silence for the next 14 days. No sharing, no explaining, no seeking validation. Just do it. Every day, no excuses. This isn't just a casual challenge. It's a way to test whether you're truly serious about your life. If you can do it, you'll clearly feel something you've never had before: deep focus, inner confidence, and a kind of motivation that doesn't depend on anyone else. And at that point, you won't feel the need to talk so much anymore, because your results will speak for everything.